We always like to take a few minutes at the end of service to talk on anything that might have come up during service, if it was something from a reading, something from a visual meditation, a song, something you just experienced in the sound healing, or something that had nothing to do with the service, but just there it is, and it needs to be revealed. Anything going on you guys want to share?
Let's take it for offering. There's one for the sunset. And
I love sunset.
Also the little line with the line. Trying to do it like that, like not much. Like whoa, so beautiful.
You really do an amazing job. I mean,
yeah,
coordinating it with the music and everything is just really truly amazing.
It's fun.
It is. I'm sure it is.
Very, very powerful.
Believe.
And the views of the secret is one of my favorite parts. I mean, really, it's beautiful.
There's so much good teachings, and that's why we call it 3 Views of the Secret, because I say this every week. You say it every week. It's all the same. Isn't that great? Because all these different views of the same basic thing. Like tonight is about what's tonight? Oh yeah. Love yourself. We're here to be happy. Well, boy, that sounds simple. Man, is that hard. Man, is that hard.
But just to be aware, though, you talked about the aspect of awareness, be aware that it's a choice, the way we think, and that our thoughts will lead to our dream, you know? And so if we really want to choose to be happy, that's what we do.
It's okay.
It's okay.
No matter what anybody else tells you.
Yeah.
And it does take time. I mean, I learned this stuff 40 years ago, 45 years ago, and learned to program. And you make that stuff happen, but it doesn't happen right away, because if it does, then it's transient. And I guess that's why most people don't really succeed or get it, is because they want it right now. They don't appreciate the path. So what you're talking about is a path that we're on, and a belief system, and a consistency in the application of the principles that are common among everything, right? I mean, that's just great. Have you ever been on the other side of the shaker that you did?
Yeah.
You should be on the other side. That was great.
Well, I am on the other side anyway, but...
Well, yeah. No, it's good.
It's a oneness experience, baby.
It's different. It's different. Yeah.
Good.
Really nice.
A woman, Zelda, who's down in the Amesbury area, makes these rattles, and you see them in a lot of metaphysical shops, and we got to spend some time with her a couple of years ago. This one kept calling me off the shelf. I made it for you, and she told me about it. That's very true.
It is cleansing sound to it.
It is, yeah.
Kind of rattles the stuff out of you.
It actually raised the hair on my arms. The energy was so strong from it, actually raised the hair on my arms.
I don't want to let that go, though. We don't want to let that go. We talked a lot of what last week's service was about, was how you got that way. And it takes several years to be programmed by adults, by your friends, and then you make, Don Ruiz talks about agreements. Well, there's agreements, we agree to say, you know, a tree is a tree, this is this, this is this, I'm too tall, I'm too this, you're too this, I don't like you, you don't like me. Well, all these beliefs, it takes a long time. 42 years or 82 years or whatever you get that way. And so, you know, it takes, you know, put yourself some slack here. And that's what a lot of this is about, whether it's here or other teachings and things. I agree with it. You need to give yourself time. Yeah.
And I think the biggest thing that I learned in the process was that you can't think about the negative to get rid of the negative things, because you can't do that. You can only bring in good, you know. You're wasting your time trying to solve problems. You can't solve those problems.
So focus on the solution. Solution, spiritual solutionism representative, another ministry. It is.
I think the point of the solution is the first step is be aware that you need to take care of yourself first. Love thyself before you can do anything else.
Did anyone teach you that when you were a little kid?
No,
No.
unfortunately.
I love you. You're beautiful. You're this. Here's a gold star. But you're supposed to love yourself. No one told me that. No one told you that.
I think one thing that I realized this week that some of the things that we might have thought, like we were less than, or like I am a survivor, I am strong, and we kind of push those aside, and I said, well, maybe I shouldn't feel that way. And just something shifted this week where I realized that's okay, because I am strong, and I have been a survivor, but and I can push that on to something else, and honor myself for that. And love myself. Like I was strong enough to get through some of those things. And the other thing that I think you brought up tonight, which I see here and so many other places that I've been lately, that we all are like, it doesn't matter. And I think you said at the beginning, what our beliefs are, and where we're coming from, because we all are one. And I've seen that in so many situations lately in my life. Thank you.
Well, what are we supposed to learn when we learn all of this with children? It seems like we should have learned everything from watching our role models, who weren't very good role models.
So
They were teaching us to
unfortunately,
hate
we did.
people on the other side of the world. And
We did learn.
sadly, that's what I think a lot of kids are learning today. All those Iraqis, they don't even know why they hate them.
They don't know why they feel
They
that way.
don't, So if you say to them, well, let's all pray for the Americans. Why pray for the Americans? Let's pray for everybody.
Kids are like a sponge, they just take it all in.
Yeah.
The good and the bad.
I always thought this one was the Barbara Stickle that I absolutely loved it. It said, God bless all, no exceptions.
I was talking to Wanda today, and that I got that understanding of myself very early in life. Being a man attracted to the same sex in our society, I had to really look at myself. And I could accept either myself and embrace who I was and love myself, or I could choose to hate myself and live a double life and pretend to be something that I wasn't. And I've seen it on both sides of the coins. And I always had to be honest to who I was. So when I came out when I knew, when I was 15, and this was in the 70s. So it's something I always got. But what I do is I forget. When you're caught up in the regular world, everyday world, not that I forget that I love myself, but I get caught up in the rat race. That's why I have to come to these, to remember that I gotta stay focused on loving who I am.
Remember.
Remember.
Remember means putting, I think it's Latin or something.
Yes.
Or religion, the same thing, religion, remembering is putting yourself back together. And in my life, it's been over and over and over.
Pick it up.
Thank you, Jack.
Pick it up. Yeah.